Welcome back to Rocket Rabbit Commentaries playthrough of The Legend of Zelda Minish Cap. In the last part, we have successfully acquired the dash attack from Master Swiftblade with his Psychonic Possession technique, and in this part we will be doing more Kinstone fusions on our way back to Castor Wilds.
But first, we have to check in on Melon to see how she's doing. She's doing super!
That particular Kinstone fusion gives us another red Kinstone piece. I know this
Her
because I'll check
happiness-
up on it later.
Her happiness has created a crater in the ground.
Yep. Whee! The dash attack is very useful for traveling across traveling across Hyrule, and not much else. Unfortunately, it doesn't deal enough damage to really be an effective method of taking out enemies, and it's too wonky to use in order to actually use in combat regularly.
Yeah, in my experience using dash attacks in the Legend of Zelda game, what ends up happening is you hit the guy, but you don't do enough damage to kill them, so then you take touch damage.
It's not like that here because your dash attack also has a tendency of knocking them backwards. Yes, re-exploring those parts.
Whee!
As we attempt to get back to Castor Wild.
Have we been there before?
Yes, we were at Castor Wild during last part.
Ah.
It is the place with the mucky swamp that we can't cross.
Yes, this is a brand new recording session, so naturally I do forget everything that happened last time.
It happens. It's alright.
It happens.
So, I have to, this is the part, since not a hell of a lot is actually happening on screen, this is the part of the show where I have to go and chill out the things that I've been doing, like this past week. Specifically, Killer Instinct for PC finally launched, and it is fun shit.
Yay!
But, I am only allowed to play Saberwolf because I'm not going to spend the $60 that the game honestly has earned, because it is that fucking fun.
Yeah.
But whilst we are in Castor Wilds, I do need to explain the actual gimmick of the swamp. If Link is standing in the swamp, he can't really move through it all that well, but he can still somewhat move through it. However, one of the main things that he has access to is the ability to just change his direction and then use the Pegasus boots again. It's how you travel throughout most of Castor Wilds. Hi, Eslo.
No, that is one nasty-looking statue. That eye has an evil glow.
Yes, that is an Igor statue, and unfortunately we cannot actually interact with it yet. We are missing a very important key item that has been in The Legend of Zelda since the first game. I don't actually know if it was in the second game, though. I think it may have been, but I'm not sure.
I think it was. It would make sense for Legend of Zelda 2 to have a projectile like that.
I think they just wanted you to use your sword for it, though.
I can't remember. I've only ever seen a playthrough of Zelda 2 once.
I want to sell you arrows, but you don't have a bow. Yes, the key item we'll be getting in this part is the bow.
Deku Scrub would spoil that. Business Scrub, sorry. I'm sure they get offended. So now we are surrounded by hazards for Tiny Link, but I see a path for Tiny Link. Behold, a log.
And this is when Link becomes the motorboat salesman.
It's not the size of the hero, it's the magnanimousness of his actions. Magnanimity, rather.
Isn't that pretty much the mantra of Despero?
Despero?
Yeah.
What is Despero?
Despero is a relatively unpopular rodent hero that got a movie made out of his folk legend like several years ago.
Huh.
I think I have seen the tale of Despero a total of once, and I didn't even watch it all the way through.
Because it sucked?
No, it's not that it sucked. It's that it doesn't really interest me.
So it sucked.
No, I like a lot of things that suck, dude.
I'm not saying. I'm saying that if the thing fails to get your interest, and it's supposed to, then it sucks.
No, well, how come I can't just be my being an asshole?
Well, they just like me saying that it sucks, you know, is an asshole thing to do, but it's my opinion, so there.
We are a speedboat.
Puff, 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 puff. I love the rhythm on the gust jar.
But now that we actually have the bow, which was Minish and is now normal size, something that they never actually go into, we have the ability to progress through the rest of Caster Wilds.
Do you need the boots to get through this mire?
Yes, you do.
You
need the Pegasus boots at the very least. You don't really need the dash attack, but you do need the Pegasus boots.
Huh. Huh.
And this is how you interact with the Igor statues. You shoot arrows into their faces.
So Link can hold the bow and ready a shot and still move around?
Yes.
Interesting.
It is one of the more interesting things about a bunch of the 2D games, honestly.
Well, I remember Link's Awakening. You didn't have that option. You literally just press the button and an arrow just flies from Link. There's no animation.
I think the reason why they gave Link that ability in this game is due to an upgrade that we'll be getting later.
Nice.
A totally optional upgrade, especially since the guy there we go. This is Swiftblade the First. He is very important. He is very important later, but right now we cannot learn from him. Swiftblade the First, Spirit of the Swordsman. I will teach you skills that are out of this world. It seems you are not yet ready to train with me. Come back when you have all 7 Tiger Scrolls.
Oh. We have a goal. The Tiger Scroll. Goal.
Those statues are important. But not as important to me as this statue.
At least one of them is in the way. Be gone with you, P-head.
Alright, how about you, Cloud? Are we going to spoil the thing that we have planned later?
No, we don't have to. I mean, we could just let that speak for itself when it comes.
Okay.
I'm a level 103 in Bloodborne. I suck at this game.
Wow.
I am severely over-leveled, but I finally figured out what stats I'm supposed to concentrate on when I level up. So the next time, I don't have to grind as much as I have been.
It should just be stamina and strength since you're going melee, right?
Stamina and strength for the most part, especially stamina, because I figured out that there's a particular endurance level. Once you get up there, then you have access to eight attacks with the basic weapon. That is totally essential.
Yeah.
Besides that, not much
Behold
else.
a new type of kinstone, the gold kinstone. Gold kinstones are plot relevant. That is their only purpose. They are plot kinstones.
Sorry, I got distracted by the little stone faces in the walls. Now, when you're going across these bridges, like, can you fall off?
No, actually, which is
good.
Which is one of the problems with backtracking in this area. More tutorials. Because since you can't jump off the bridges, you have to actually push around all the different rocks in here in order to gain access to everything from everywhere.
I see. So it's like they could have provided the convenience of a shortcut, but they didn't.
Yeah.
Dun, 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 dun.
Let me think. What else of note has been happening recently? Well, a lot of spoilers for Whispers of the Old God have been coming out, and they're only almost impressive, honestly. I mean, I like the shaman stuff, but I always like the shaman stuff that we see.
Meanwhile, a fucking Iron Nut just appeared out of nowhere with a fake chest.
These enemies are the hardest and most annoying enemies to actually kill in the game. They are even harder than most of the bosses.
Yeah, he's got a shield.
It's not just that he has a shield, it's that you actually have to you have to duel him with swords.
Huh.
And Link is not honestly the greatest duelist in this game. He honestly gets more sword techniques than most other Links do, with the exception of I think of a Twilight Princess and maybe Skyward Sword. But the problem is they have to be taught by various sword masters across the land, and a lot of them are gated off by not having certain items.
Right. So I remember, God, I can't. A lot of times, development like that is pretty arbitrary. I remember Twilight Princess. Basically, you had to hit an in-game milestone in order to unlock the next technique. It wasn't tied to, or at least I can't remember if it was tied to like getting an item like in this game.
Well, one of the sword attack upgrades isn't actually tied to an item at all. It's tied to an ability that we've had for the entire game. But honestly, I don't like that sword technique. It's a bit too hard to execute, and I don't ever see it, being all that effective for me. Yes, push the rock so we can come back up here.
Shortcuts.
And over this way to get the last of the 3 golden kinstone pieces that we need.
Nice. So, are we gonna enter the 3rd dungeon in this part?
No, we are not entering the 3rd dungeon in this part. We will be entering the 3rd dungeon next part, I think.
Oh, nice.
And maybe get no, we won't be getting it. I'm attempting to not spoil plot whilst we're here.
Yeah, I mean, being that I haven't played the game, that'd probably be for the best. These brambles must be a bitch to get around.
No, honestly, it's not the brambles that are the big problem here. It's the fact that there are inconvenient patches of water that you have to fly across. Because we aren't Basilisk Link yet. We can't just run over the water. We can run over swamp, but we can't run over water. Right now, I'm attempting to go get that golden chest that we keep seeing. There we go, on our way there.
Well, there's nothing like a maze of a mire.
But this isn't Misery Mire. This is Castor Wilds.
Well, it looks like Misery Mire, in all honesty. With the exception of these bouncing statues.
The Igor statues, yeah.
Well, those are Amos statues,
No, these
aren't they?
they are not Amos. We will be finding Amos in next part.
Ah. Oh God. Oh no. Oh God, the pain.
Here's the thing, if you want a lot of rupees really quickly, find a bunch of red rupee like lights and have them take one tick of 20 rupees away from you, and then kill them, because then you net 30 rupees every time that happens. Because if they take 20 rupees away from you, they'll drop a 50 piece.
Nice. Kinstone fusion with the mysterious statue.
Yep.
The mysterious statue is now happy, and the thing... It is happy, and the thing just happened. Dear God.
Not plot relevance.
He's so happy.
I just realized that I don't actually go and do the Kinstone fusion with that business script up there, but I have the blue Kinstone piece that I'm supposed to use for it. And I would. What do you bet that Kinstone fusion is an upgrade to the quiver?
I haven't the foggiest.
Me either. And in the next part, we'll continue on through Wind Ruins.